And hello everyone, welcome back to The Decap. Now today we have a part 2 of predicting the NFL season, and today we will be going through the final season standings and also the playoffs, so my Super Bowl predicted winner. Now starting off with the number 1 seed in the AFC, we obviously have the Kansas City Chiefs going 15-1. Now, Kansas City, obviously, they just won a Super Bowl. I think they're still the best team in the NFL. I think they're going to have a great season next year, and I think there's a good chance they will repeat. Now, number 2 in the AFC, we have the 13-3 Baltimore Ravens. Now, obviously, Lamar Jackson, Mark Ingram, a decent defense. They would be possibly as good as the Chiefs. It's just the receiving core isn't amazing. They made a few minimal additions during the offseason and draft to the offense and defense, obviously. But it wasn't anything big. It won't make them, I don't think it'll make them Super Bowl winners, but it definitely will improve them, and 13-3 seems like a good record for the Baltimore Ravens. Now, third in the AFC, we have the 12-4 Buffalo Bills. Now, I like Buffalo. I think this is their season. I think Josh Allen will finally be that great player. They have a couple decent running backs that can definitely get them a 12-4 record. They have Stephon Diggs. They have a couple other, I wouldn't say none other on the level of Stephon Diggs, but they have John Brown, a couple other decent receivers like them that will definitely help Josh Allen, who I think, as I said, will have a breakout season this year. And obviously on the defensive side, they have Tremaine Edwards. Is that his name? I don't know. I think it's Tremaine. The cornerback, I'm blanking his name, but obviously a great cornerback, young, improving. He's going to be great. The defense is good around that. And without the Patriots in the AFC East, I think the Buffalo Bills will really reach their full potential and go 12-4. Now, fourth in the AFC, I have the 10-6 Tennessee Titans. Now, obviously, Tennessee will never be like a 15-1, 14-2, 13-3 team, but they have Ryan Tannehill. If he can repeat the season he had last year, which I think he will, he fits in well with Tennessee. He fits in well with Derrick Henry, the great running back, and I think 10-6 is definitely an achievable record for them, and I think 10-6 would make them happy. Derrick Henry has another amazing year. The defense continues to be fine. They continue to have Mike Vrabel, an amazing coach. He's very adaptive, and he gets them to a 10-6 record. Now, fifth in the AFC, we have the Tennessee Titans division counterpart in the 10-6 Indianapolis Colts. Now, obviously, they have Phillip Rivers, and I think he will get them to the playoffs. Not amazing. They won't win the AFC North, AFC South. I don't think they win it. I still think Tennessee is better. But the Colts have a great offensive line, a decent running back. Obviously, nothing as good as Derrick Henry, but they have Marlon Mack, a couple other decent running backs. They have T.Y. Hilton along with some other good receivers. They have a decent defense. It's just I do think Derrick Henry, the star factor, will get the Tennessee Titans above them. But 10-6 Colts, I think they would take that with Phillip Rivers, and they are fifth in the AFC, starting off the first wildcard spot. Now, sixth in the AFC is the New England Patriots going 9-7. Now, obviously, they are not going to be a team like they were with Tom Brady. We still don't know who's starting at quarterback. Will it be Cam Newton? Will it be Jarrett Stidham? And I think either way, they will go 9-7, 8-8, 10-6, because just the defense is elite. They have a couple good running backs, not a terrible receiving core. And I think Cam Newton would make them more of a 10-6 team, and Jarrett Stidham will make them an 8-8 team. So I just went in the middle, 9-7. And I think Patriots fans would definitely take this record, definitely take another playoff berth, even without Tom Brady. They'd just get the laugh of Tom Brady saying, "Yeah, we can still make the playoffs without you." And 9-7 for the New England Patriots. Now, 7 in the AFC is the Pittsburgh Steelers going 9-7. Now, I'm pretty sure 7 teams are going to make the playoffs next year. I'm not 100% sure. I'm like 70% sure. But Pittsburgh Steelers going 9-7. And Ben Roethlisberger, I think he'll have obviously, I don't think he'll get injured again. He's Juju. I think James Conner will have another good year. I think Ben Roethlisberger will bounce back. I think the defense will be good with T.J. Watt leading the charge. And I like the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're not like a Super Bowl contending team, but they're definitely a playoff, maybe win it one game or something. Just a playoff making team, and especially with a good coach in Mike Tomlin. Now, first in the NFC, we have the New Orleans Saints going 14-2. I think this is going to be their year to do great in the regular season with Drew Brees. I think this is going to be his last good year, but I think it will be a good year. They have Michael Thomas, one of the top 3 receivers in the NFL. Alvin Kamara, probably a top 3 running back, maybe top 5. They have a good defense, Cameron Jordan. They have a good tight end, Jared Cook. All their skill positions are great. Their defense is good, and I think this year it's clicked before. It's just this year it will finally click. Now, 2 in the NFC, I have the Seattle Seahawks, who went 13-3. Now, the Seattle Seahawks actually went 14-2. The Seattle Seahawks, I love them. Russell Wilson, I always think he's a good player. Tyler Lockett, I don't know why I said Lackett. DK Metcalf, a good defense. Rashad Penny, Chris Carson. I think this will be their year to go 14-2, and I think they will win most of the games and be an elite team once again. Now, 3 in the NFC, we have the Green Bay Packers going 13-3. Now, I know a lot of people think the Green Bay Packers might go 9-7, 8-8, but I do think Aaron Rodgers has one more good year left in him. I think Aaron Jones will be great again. I think Devontae Adams will be an elite receiver once again. I think the defense will be serviceable, and I think Aaron Rodgers will win them games when it comes down to it. Now, I saw a stat there, like 8-1 in less than one possession games last year, and that's what you get with an elite quarterback, and I don't see any reason that that's going to change, and I see them going 13-3 and 3rd in the NFC. Now, 4th in the NFC, I have the 11-5 Dallas Cowboys. Now, obviously, the NFC East isn't a great conference, but Dallas Cowboys, an 11-5 record would really be proving to the world that they are improving. They have Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott, some good receivers among Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup. I think they will go 11-5. I don't think they'll really be a Super Bowl contender, but they'll definitely prove to the world that they are improving, and in the coming years, they will be a Super Bowl contender. Now, 5th in the NFC, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers behind Tom Brady, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, a decent defense, Rob Gronkowski, a decent offensive line. Obviously, there's nothing amazing. Tom Brady, not amazing. Running backs, not amazing. Kind of average. Defense, not amazing. Offensive line, not amazing. The receiving core is one of the best in the NFL with Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. Those will be weapons that Tom Brady really never had in New England, which that is why people get so are so excited to see them play. But I think it didn't come down to the weapons in New England. I think they were fine. James White, Julian Edelman, Rob Gronkowski, each some of the best at their position. Maybe not James White, but Julian Edelman, Rob Gronkowski. He had some Randy Moss. He could win with them, and I don't think Mike Evans, Chris Godwin is that much of an improvement. I think Chris Godwin will continue to improve. I think Mike Evans will be just the one-on-one winner that he always is, and I think they will go 12-4. Obviously, I don't think they're as good as the Saints, but I think they would take a 5 seed in the NFC, going 12-4. Now, 6 in the NFC is the San Francisco 49ers. Obviously, they did win the NFC last year. I don't think they're that good of a team. I think that their quarterback is average to below average. Their run game is amazing. Their receivers aren't that good. Their offensive line is amazing. They are like a grinded out team with a great defense, great run game. I think teams will learn, and I think they'll stuff the box, and I don't think Jimmy G will continue to learn how to make those throws. I don't think he's that good of a quarterback. I think teams will start to shut that down, and they will go 12-4 and get the 6th seed in the NFC. Now, 7th in the NFC, I have the Los Angeles Rams with Jared Goff, Todd Gurley, Cooper Kupp, some other not Brandon Cooks. He's not on the team. I don't think so. But I think Todd Gurley will return to being a great player, and I think they will go 10-6 and make the playoffs once again. Now, starting off the playoff matchup, in the AFC, we have the 2-seeded Baltimore Ravens versus the 7-seeded Pittsburgh Steelers. And this obviously is a 2-7. I think that the Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Jackson will finally get their first playoff win behind Lamar, and they will beat the Steelers. I don't think the Steelers will be able to keep up with Lamar. I think Lamar will dominate in this game and prove why he is an MVP winner last year. And so Baltimore Ravens beating them. Now, my second game for the AFC is Buffalo Bills versus New England Patriots, another divisional game. Actually, all three games in the AFC are divisional. I have the Buffalo Bills winning this one as well. I don't think the New England Patriots defense will be able to carry them to a playoff win. They carried them to a 9-7 record. I just don't think this is a playoff winning team. And Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, I think they will really mesh this year, and I think they will go 12-4 and beat the Patriots in the first round. Now, my third game in the AFC, another divisional game, Tennessee Titans versus Indianapolis Colts. And this time I actually will have an upset. The 5 seed beating the 4 seed, Indianapolis Colts winning. I don't think Tennessee Titans will have another magic run. I don't think Ryan Tannehill will continue to be that stellar player he was. I don't think Derrick Henry will be able to carry them. I think Phillip Rivers will get another playoff win, add to his resume. And I think the Indianapolis Colts will be the Tennessee Titans. Now, for the first round in the NFC, we have the Seattle Seahawks versus the Los Angeles Rams. Obviously, this is a 2-7. I don't think the Rams are that good. Jared Goff, not very good. Todd Gurley, I do think he will have a great year this year, but still, I don't think he'll be able to handle the Rams will be able to handle the Russell Wilson, DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, a good defense, and I think the Seattle Seahawks will get this win. Now, my second game in the NFC is the 3-seeded Green Bay Packers versus the 6-seeded San Francisco 49ers, and I am going to have the Green Bay Packers winning this one. I think the better quarterback wins. I think the better receiving core wins. It's not the better run game, but it is the better running back, I would say. If Aaron Jones was behind that San Francisco 49ers O-line and with that production, I do think he would be better than Raheem Mostert, but that's not the point. I do think Green Bay Packers will be able to clutch it out and get that win. Now, my third game in the NFC, Dallas Cowboys versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I will have another 5-4 upset. I don't think Dallas Cowboys are at the point yet where they can win a playoff game. They're not good enough, especially against Tom Brady and Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. I think the Buccaneers will pretty easily beat the Cowboys, as the Cowboys are not experienced enough to hang with someone like a Tom Brady in the playoffs. Now, second round, in the AFC, the first game we have is the Kansas City Chiefs, the 1-seed Kansas City Chiefs versus the 5-seeded Indianapolis Colts. And I think everyone would be with me here in this pick. Kansas City Chiefs winning. Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, a decent defense, improving defense. I think they will handle the Colts with ease. I don't think Phillip Rivers can handle Patrick Mahomes, obviously on a QB versus QB matchup. But I think Kansas City Chiefs will handle them with ease and get the W. Now, my second round matchup in the AFC is Baltimore Ravens versus Buffalo Bills, and I would like to pull the upset. I would like to say Josh Allen will finally make it to the conference championship, but I don't see that happening. I don't see Stephon Diggs in the Buffalo defense. He's not on defense, but just the Buffalo defense. I don't see them being able to contain Lamar, and I think Lamar will continue to be a beast and get his team finally, get them far in the playoffs and get them to the American football I get them to the AFC Championship game. Now in the NFC, the second round, we have Seattle Seahawks versus Green Bay Packers, and in the second game, we have New Orleans Saints versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, I like the Seattle Seahawks. I think that they can beat the Green Bay Packers. I don't think the Green Bay Packers are a good enough team to hang with them. But I'm going to be bold. I'm going to pick the Green Bay Packers. I love the Green Bay Packers. I just feel like the wide receiver core, the running back, the quarterback, I feel like they can pull off that upset against the Seattle Seahawks, and I think the Green Bay Packers will beat the Seattle Seahawks in a thriller. I think they will get every football to fall their way, and I think the Green Bay Packers will find a way to pull off the upset and advance to the NFC Championship game. Now, second, we have the New Orleans Saints versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I've been hinting it in this video and the past video and the one before this. I don't think Tom Brady is good enough to make the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Super Bowl back. I don't think he's good enough to bring them back to the Super Bowl. And I think the New Orleans Saints will finally catch a break here, and they won't be thrown off by some bad call, some reckless play by the other team, and they will advance to the conference championship game. Now, moving back to the AFC, in the conference championship, we have the 1 versus 2 seed Kansas City Chiefs versus the Baltimore Ravens. And I do see Patrick Mahomes beating Lamar. I think he's the better quarterback. I think he always will be for their careers. I think Patrick Mahomes has a possibility at being the greatest of all time by the time his career is over. And I think the Kansas City Chiefs will go back to the Super Bowl for the second straight year. A decent defense, great receiver core, fast receiver core. Obviously the best quarterback in the game right now. And I think the great quarterbacks win big games, and Kansas City Chiefs are advancing to the Super Bowl. Now, in my NFC Championship game, we have the Green Bay Packers versus the New Orleans Saints. And this is obviously a game between two experienced quarterbacks, Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees. They each have a great running back in Alvin Kamara, Aaron Jones. They have a great receiver in Michael Thomas, Devontae Adams. And I think the New Orleans Saints are the better all-around team. I think their defense is a little better than the Packers. I think the wide receiver core, other than that star, is better. I think the O-line's a little better. Maybe not. But I think Aaron Rodgers is better, though. And what have I said this whole video? Big quarterbacks, great quarterbacks, win big games. And Aaron Rodgers is going to take the Green Bay Packers back to the Super Bowl, and they are going to the Super Bowl. That was a weird way to put it, but the Green Bay Packers are going to beat the New Orleans Saints and go back to the Super Bowl. I think the Saints, I think there will be something that luck once again that brings the Packers to the Super Bowl. I think the Saints once again have an unbelievable event happen, and they lose to the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay Packers, the extreme underdogs, people saying they won't even make the playoffs, but I love them this season, and I think they are going to the Super Bowl behind Aaron Rodgers. I still think he's a lot left in the tank, and he's going back to the Super Bowl. Now, Super Bowl 52, I want to say 52, 53. That was going to be so dramatic, and I kind of ruined it. But Super Bowl 52, I'm going to say Kansas City Chiefs versus Green Bay Packers, the old versus the young, Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams. I'm going to say a running back, but the Kansas City Chiefs don't have great running backs, so that's kind of awkward. But Green Bay Packers are going to win this game. Green Bay Packers, Super Bowl champions. Aaron Rodgers gets another Super Bowl ring. I think he is going to catapult himself into the GOAT conversation with this win. He will beat the Chiefs. The 15-1 Chiefs lose to the 13-3 Packers that some people said were going 8-8. Green Bay Packers win the Super Bowl. Let's go, baby. I'm not a Packers fan. Don't think of this as bias, but Kansas City Chiefs, I think just in the end, the defense is kind of going to fail them, as I think Aaron Rodgers' 2-minute drill is one of the best in the NFL. I think just the way he can scramble, the way he can hit open receivers is the best some of the best work in the NFL. I think just lack of a great running back on the Chiefs side. I've been forgetting Damian Williams. Obviously, I do think Aaron Jones is a better running back, but I've just been missing his name in my head for the Chiefs the whole game. And I think the Green Bay Packers will find a way. This will be one of the most historic playoff runs in the history of football, I believe, as I think the Green Bay Packers will find a way to luck out in every single game, and they would beat who'd they play first round? The Green Bay Packers. So they'd beat both of the Super Bowl opponents last year. They'd beat the San Francisco 49ers. They'd defeat the 14-2 Saints and the 15-1 Chiefs. I think it would be a great Super Bowl run. I think Aaron Rodgers isn't done. I was watching a podcast and they were saying under 9.5 wins, but I think they're winning the Super Bowl, baby. They will beat the Chiefs, Green Bay Packers, Aaron Rodgers, get back to the Super Bowl, win another Super Bowl. So that is my NFL predictions. I completely agree. Well, not agree, but I would be okay if you wanted to say the Packers don't make the playoffs. But I just think they will win the Super Bowl. I think they are going to pull something out of the hat and win the Super Bowl. I hope you enjoyed the video. I got a little bit passionate at the end. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you had fun. I hope you come back. Comment leave a comment about what you would change, about who you think's going to win the Super Bowl, who you think's going to be in the Super Bowl. And I hope you had a good time, and peace.